But let's talk about the banking space. And we've talked about a few results, but there is a trend that is emerging from all of the numbers that we've seen, and it has to do with asset quality. Quite a few major banks have reported a worsening of the asset quality, and there are a few pockets that are leading to that concern. Vishwanath Nair is joining us to tell you about that. Vishi, an important story panning out in a few pockets, as I mentioned.
Yeah, so if you were to look at the private sector pack that has already reported results, there's only ICICI Bank and surprisingly Yes Bank, only two lenders where the gross NPA has not shot up on a quarter-on-quarter basis. If you were to look at the sort of texture there, obviously Axis Bank with its single quarter sort of push that has happened on the NPA side. So there the gross NPA ratios jumped up about 29 basis points. Even HDFC Bank seeing a 10 basis points increase. The sense that we're getting here is that while Q1 is typically weaker and usually you have an agri loan NPA that adds to the NPA problems in the first quarter. This is seasonal, it always happens. However, this quarter, things are looking a little bit worse off because there are certain segments that are emerging. Like, for example, Parag was earlier mentioning the commercial vehicle segment in Kotak. A couple of other lenders have also highlighted that as a problem area. You're seeing microfinance stress, while some people, some of the banks are saying that they are stabilizing. I don't see it yet. Maybe Q2 numbers will clarify that a little better. But if you were to look at, for example, IDFC First, right? So the lenders' gross NPA ratios up 10 basis points, 1.97%. They're already close to their normalized average. If you were to look at since the merger between IDFC Bank and Capital First, that 2% ratio, they're very close to that. So it's very evident that the stress portion has increased. The counter argument to that is, oh, we have had low NPA ratios for a very long time. So this is probably par for the course that you will see some slight uptick. What I want to understand from the sector is whether this is a very transient number or not. So far, they've not indicated that. If HDFC Bank, the largest private bank in the street, is coming up and saying, I'm going to put aside 9,000 crore as potential NPA provisioning, and we're not seeing any provisioning, not seeing any large NPAs in the future, but we are keeping this money aside. To me, it sounds like words of caution. So that is happening across the sector, even with what Axis Bank did. What it points to is probably that you will see some amount of worsening through the year. That's what it looks like.
I think at least one thing to take heart from is, unlike the past, the amount of scrutiny is much, much higher. So it's unlikely that this will slip beyond a point, and the reporting quality has also improved. So this might be just some pain in the offing.